We have honored 57 leaders, which started as nominations from their peers. This year, we received 80 nominations, and a selection committee chose 7, each who have made significant contributions to horticulture. Tonight, we will honor extraordinary leaders and welcome this year's class of HILA recipients. The team from Greenhouse Management and Nursery Management will share more about the qualities that earned them this recognition. Unfortunately, one of the 2025 HILA recipients, Gary Niels of Quality Tree Propagators, could not be with us tonight. We will give him his award on the show floor tomorrow. And we want to recognize and thank our 2025 sponsor, Legacy Labor, who has made this event and awards program possible. We are grateful for their partnership in HILA, so please join me in welcoming Justin Bartlett, co-CEO of Legacy Labor, to the stage.
Bilal El-Hassan does not fear the unknown, nor does he waste energy on feelings of defeat or resentment. Instead, he's a man full of grace, gratitude, and integrity. These are qualities he learned early from his hardworking father, from others who gave him a chance along his winding path to floriculture, and you'll understand this reference in a bit, from his children's martial arts class. As a child in Lebanon, Bilal's family lived in a refugee camp. It was a tough beginning, to say the least. But later, they settled in Kuwait, a life Bilal describes as beautiful. There, his father managed a poultry farm, and while Bilal grew up working in that industry, he wasn't too keen on making a career out of that. Instead, he applied to study mechanical engineering in Germany. Waiting on approvals was a slow process, and no doubt bothersome, but it turned out to be serendipitous. While Bilal was waiting on his paperwork to clear, he was working with his uncle at a different poultry farm where a greenhouse was under construction. David Harnois, the owner of the greenhouse construction firm, was managing the project. As Bilal recalls, he was a young guy trying to make some money while waiting to attend school, and the project piqued his interest. So he started asking a lot of questions. David obliged and gave Bilal lessons in greenhouse construction and production. It was the mid-'80s and greenhouse growing was new to Kuwait. It was an up-and-coming technology, and the Kuwaiti government subsidized these types of greenhouse projects for food security purposes. And with encouragement from David, Bilal studied at DuPage Horticultural School in West Chicago. And as it turns out, horticulture has a lot of similarities to raising chickens. He explains, I knew about providing vitamins for the chickens, and that's like micronutrients for the plants. I knew about proteins and fats, which is a lot like NPK for plants. Even mixing the feed for the chickens is a lot like custom mixing growing media or fertilizer. Controlling the conditions for the chickens is about the same as controlling the conditions in the greenhouse. And as Bilal so shrewdly observed, the beauty of the greenhouse is, does it smell like a chicken farm? When Bilal finished his studies in Illinois, he returned to that familiar site in Kuwait and grew greenhouse vegetables for about 3 years. Sadly, the Gulf War destroyed the greenhouse industry in Kuwait because there was no money left for the country to subsidize it, and he was out of a job. So he learned of a skilled worker program in Canada designed for people who had foreign work experience but wanted to become a permanent resident. He applied and made it into the program. With his parents' blessing, he moved to Canada with just 2 suitcases full of his belongings. And for a month, he went to the downtown Toronto library every day searching for jobs. He learned about the bustling greenhouse industry in the Niagara region and moved there. He rented a room from a family he just met and sent out some 100 resumes. He ended up with 3 interviews. But he eventually found his way to Hendrick's Greenhouses in Gainesville, Ontario, a move that would allow him to establish roots in his new home and foster a rewarding career. He started as an assistant grower, where he says that Andrew Hendricks Jr. and his brother Rick opened their hearts and their home. They treated me like family, and that's why I'm still here 26 years later, he says. They mentored me and gave me an opportunity to become the grower that I am now. And in those 26 years, Bilal married. The couple raised 3 boys, twin boys first, and then another brother 18 months later. And when the boys were in martial arts classes, Bilal learned about the 8 virtues of Bushido, the code of conduct which is followed by samurai warriors, and it had a profound effect on him. A few of these virtues include benevolence, compassion and kindness towards others, politeness, respect and courtesy in interactions, honesty, truthfulness and sincerity in actions, and honor, maintaining one's reputation and dignity. Bilal calls them his measuring sticks, and it's something he's nurtured in his professional and his personal life. He's the antithesis of old school management style. Instead, he trains his team to problem solve, although he may call it by a different name. When someone comes into my office, he says, and they may say, I have a problem. Bilal says, well, first, okay, let's talk through it, but we're not going to call it a problem. We're going to call it a challenge. He also mentors horticulture students, and for more than 20 years, he's volunteered on the Niagara College Greenhouse Curriculum Committee. Bilal stays connected to his community as well, and his past as a refugee, by volunteering with local churches who help refugees get settled. He gives English lessons, among other very vital duties. These words were attributed to Japanese warrior Miyamoto Musashi more than 300 years ago, but they ring true of Bilal and his way of life. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. Please help me welcome Bilal and Hassan to the HILA class of 2020.
Good evening, everybody. It's a great honor to be here today. I wasn't expecting this, and I didn't even prepare a speech. However, I would start by thanking the Lord. Before anything, we praise the Lord for everything that's happening to us. And then I praise my father, my family, my friends, and everyone who nominated me, and a special thanks for the Hendricks family who adopted me here when I moved from the Middle East. I don't have any more things to say other thank you for everybody, thank you for everyone nominated me, and wish the best for everyone else in the future. Thank you.